Good evening, fans, and welcome to Taylor University and Old Arena for tonight's crossover league contest between the Huntington Foresters and your Taylor Trojans. Tonight marks senior night for the Taylor volleyball team, and before we get started with tonight's competition, we want to take a moment to celebrate Taylor's 2022-2023 senior class. Feel free to remain seated throughout tonight's presentation. The 2022 class of Taylor seniors includes 2 fifth-year seniors, a graduate transfer, and 2 traditional 4-year student athletes. Dating back to 2018, these seniors have accumulated 96 total wins, including 43 here inside Oval Arena. Throughout the past 2 seasons in particular, Taylor's been nearly perfect inside Oval, having posted a record of 24 and 1 in his last 25 matches at home. Taylor's 5 seniors have also led the way towards a resurgence in Crossroads League play. Throughout the last 2 campaigns, Taylor has posted a record of 25 and 6 against Crossroads League foes, and in our action tonight, the Trojans sit in first place in the league standings. Taylor's 2022 crop of seniors have also driven the Trojans to their highest national ranking in over a decade, 12th, currently boasting the 12th rank in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, our first senior is number 1, Nicole Perry. Preventive medicine. Throughout her career at Taylor, Nikki has exercised great craft on defense and power with her topspin serve. In her action tonight, Nikki has a total of 1,021 career digs and 174 service aces. After graduating from Taylor, Nicole hopes to begin a career in cardiac rehab or as a surgical technician. Thank you, Nicole, for your joyful commitment to the team volleyball program. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Nikki Perry. Next up is number 3, Orlando Faulkner. Orlando is from Goldsboro, North Carolina, and is joined by her father, Jeremy, and her dashing fiance, Amy Best. In the classroom, Orlando is pursuing a Master of Arts in Ministry. Orlando joined the Taylor volleyball community after playing 4 years at North Carolina Central, where she amassed 772 kills. This year, Orlando surpassed the 1,000 career milestone and has consistently provided an electric option on offense for the Trojans. After graduating from Taylor, Orlando plans to get married and to continue following God's call for her life, wherever that may lead. Thank you, Orlando, for your presence in the Taylor volleyball community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Orlando Faulkner. Taylor's 3rd senior is number 14, Carly Ware. Carly is from Sellersburg, Indiana, and is joined by her parents, Richie and Lisa Ware, as well as her older brother and sister-in-law, Braden, and her older sister, Brenda. Carly is a health science major on a pre-nursing track with minors in psychology and autism studies and intervention. Throughout her career at Taylor, Carly's done a little bit of everything, totaling 587 days alongside 178 kills and 56 service aces. In 2021, Carly was also honored with Academic All-Crossroads League and COSIDA Academic All-District Honors. In January, Carly is planning to transition to the Indiana Wesleyan Nursing Program, where she will study for 14 months before pursuing a career as a disabilities nurse. Thank you, Carly, for your leadership within the team volleyball program. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Carly Ware. Our next senior is number 15, Ryan Sarniak. Ryan is a 50-year senior from Danville, Indiana, and is joined by her parents, Paul and Andrea, and her brother, Jim. Ryan is a human physiology and preventive medicine major. Ryan has achieved a remarkable career while playing for the Trojans, receiving all Crossroads League honors in each of her first 4 seasons. Early this season, Ryan surpassed the 1,000 career milestone in intersection today with 1,341 kills, which is good for 13th all-time in program history. This season has been especially impressive for Ryan, who enters play leading the nation with a .49 hitting percentage and ranks 13th in the nation with 345 total kills on the year. Along the way, Ryan has been a pair of Crossroads League Attacker of the Week awards alongside one National Attacker of the Week honor. Off the court, Ryan has been twice recognized as Academic All-Crossroads League, while also receiving 2 COSIDA Academic All-District Awards and 1 COSIDA Academic All-American nod. After graduating from Taylor, Ryan plans to attend a graduate program for cardiac sonography. Thank you, Ryan, for playing such a valuable role in the Taylor community these past 5 seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Ryan Serna. Our 5th and final team senior is number 18, Casey Bragg. Casey is from Warsaw, Indiana, and is joined by her parents, Kevin and Jill, as well as her sister Krista, and her sister and brother-in-law, Jenna and Jacob Smith. Casey is a psychology major with a minor in counseling. Throughout her career at Taylor, Casey has established herself as one of the best setters in program history. In her action today, Casey has recorded 3,813 career assists, which is good for 5th most in Taylor history. Earlier this season, Casey also surpassed the 1,000 career day milestone. Casey's been the recipient of countless awards, including 12 Crossroads League Setter of the Week awards, a Crossroads League All-Freshman award, a second team and first team All-Crossroads League selection, as well as being named the 2021 Crossroads League Setter of the Year. Bragg has also excelled in the classroom, being the recipient of 2 COSIDA Academic All-District honors and a COSIDA Academic All-American award in 2021. After graduating from Taylor, Casey plans to pursue a master's degree in school counseling. Thank you, Casey, for your leadership within the Taylor volleyball community. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Casey Bragg. And finally, we would also like to recognize Taylor's senior student manager, Luke Moritz, who is Luke, who is really a fan favorite, is escorted tonight by his parents, Terry and Heather Moritz. While at Taylor, Luke is double majored in human physiology and preventative medicine and public health. After graduation, Luke plans on attending graduate school for healthcare administration before pursuing a career in that same field. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Moritz. Over the way, please rise to your feet and join me in congratulating these 6 seniors on a terrific athletic and academic career here at Taylor University. Thanks. As the champions of character institution, Taylor University asks each of you to embrace the NAIA's 5 core character values of respect, integrity, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership to create a positive environment for tonight's contest. The Taylor community suffered a tragic loss this past week with the unexpected passing of freshman lacrosse student athlete and second West resident and exercise science major Connor Phillips. We ask that if you can, please, if you are able, join us in a moment of prayerful silence as we lift up the family and friends of Connor during this time. Thank you. And now, please remain First, for the visitors of Huntington, senior, middleman, number 1, Tyler Bynum. Freshman, defensive specialist, number 5, Olivia Brown. Freshman, outside hitter, number 7, Haley Cruz. Senior, outside hitter, number 14, Courtney Green. Junior, setter, number 16, Morgan Rob. Freshman, middleback, number 20, Leah Carter. And the barrel, freshman, number 1, Layla Meyer. The course is coached by Kelsey Herbert, assisted by Dave Schroeder, Cassie Kyle, and Taylor West. And now, fans, get on your feet with the starting lineup of your Taylor Trojan. She's a junior outside hitter from Huntington, Indiana, number 6, and Brown. A sophomore middle blocker from Yorktown, Indiana, number 8, Jalen Dunsmore. A senior defensive specialist from Salisbury, Indiana, number 14, Carly Webb. A senior right side hitter from Danville, Indiana, number 15, Ryan Zerniak. A sophomore middle hitter from Homestead, Florida, number 17, Rice Aramia. A senior center from Warsaw, Indiana, number 18, Casey Brad. And freshman libero from New Power, Indiana, number 11, Michaela Flagel. The Trojans are coached by Coach Aaron Luthi, assisted by Gabby Reed and Joe Ross.
Good evening, folks, and welcome inside Odell Arena. Good evening and welcome here inside Odell Arena for tonight's homecoming Crossroads League volleyball match between the 12th-ranked Taylor Trojans and the unranked Huntington Foresters. Huntington comes in one of the 2 hottest teams in the Crossroads League. They are winners of 5 straight. Taylor winners of 13 of their last 15. Second meeting between these 2 clubs this year. Taylor comes in 22-5 overall. Huntington is 13-14, and we are underway here from Upland, Indiana. First serve belongs to Taylor, tapped down by the Trojans, and it's a violation hit on the near side antenna, and the point goes to Huntington as Jalen Dunsmore gets called for hitting the ball off the near side antenna. And now all 4 of our officials will convene and chat. Cindy Bice is your lead official tonight. The second man is Cyprian Harasimowicz. And the point goes to the Trojans as Huntington hit it off the antenna. Bill Hogue and Melanie Rice are the 2 assistant officials here this evening. So Taylor jumps out to a 1-0 lead here over Huntington. Taylor on the court to our left. They wear white with purple numbers and purple letters. As Kelsey Herbert, the 4th-year head coach at Huntington, gets the explanation. And Taylor leads 1-0 here on senior night. Set down the middle, blocked back over by Dunsmore, recovered by Haley Cruz. They work it back to Cruz, who goes long. This one almost hit official Melanie Rice, and the Trojans go ahead 2-0. Taylor in sole possession of first place in the Crossroads League, a matchup on the tie for second between Marion and their opponent tomorrow, Indiana Wesleyan. Near side play to Cruz. She's blocked. It's Dunsmore and Cerniak. And the Trojans have come out of the gate hot. They lead 3-0. Taylor had 13 blocks Wednesday at Mount Vernon Nazarene. That was the 8th time the Trojans have had at least 10 blocks on the year. Far side play to Courtney Grimm. Goes to the tip, dug by the diving Michaela Flagel. Backpedaling and knocking it over with the right hand was Anna Fry. They work it again to Cruz. She tips, and it's dug by the Trojans' Casey Bragg. Far side Fry off the block, blocked and kept alive by Bragg. Flagel dives. A miscommunication between her and Carly Ware gives Huntington their first point here tonight. So Taylor scored the first 3 points. 2 attack errors by Cruz, and then the block with 3 errors by Cruz as she was blocked in the third one. This one, it's a Morgan Robrock and Taya Bynum block, and it's a 3-1 Taylor lead, and Fry uncorks one and gives Taylor the 3-point advantage right back. You're going to see 2 of the top setters in the Crossroads League tonight, Morgan Robrock and the Trojans' Casey Bragg, last year's Crossroads League setter of the year. Jen Springer in to serve, the transfer from Purdue Northwest. Underneath is Morgan Robrock, near side to Cruz. One-hand dig is Bragg's, and then the 2 new players, Springer and Aramia, get tangled up, and it goes down as a kill. And a point for Huntington as they trail now 4-2 here in set 1. Flagel re-enters for the Trojans. Deshawnay Johnson out there as well for HU. They're with the gray uniforms tonight with the forest green accents along with the numbers in the shoulders. That's the talented freshman Haley Cruz, the younger sister of head coach Kelsey Herber, who sends it into the net here. 5-2 the Taylor advantage here in set 1. As Cerniak exits, who leads the country in hitting percentage. She's the only NAI player with a hitting percentage of above .381. Her second closest competitor has .380. Cerniak comes in at .419. An unreal number anyway, but when you factor in she's a right side hitter, it's even more impressive. And here's a Bragg and Aramia block, and the Trojans pick up blocking right where they left off Wednesday in Ohio. 6-2 the Trojan lead here in our opening frame. Parrott, one of the 5 seniors honored before tonight's action started. Off the top of the tape, and a little senior night luck for one in white. 7-2 the Trojan lead here in our opening stanza. 1 kill, 1 error for Taylor, no kills and 4 errors on the Huntington side. Near side to Deshawnay Johnson, goes cross court, but that one out of bounds. And then a misplay from Johnson. That's the 5th attack error for Huntington here in the opening stanza. They trail 8-2. And getting out early was something that Taylor head coach Erin Luthi wanted her team to do when we talked earlier this afternoon. Parrott rockets one over, leaning to her right and snagging that one was Courtney Grimm. Johnson in the middle with a tip, dances just over the net. Bragg and Parrott were both there. It was out of each of their reaches. And Deshawnay Johnson's first kill draws Huntington to within 5. We got people running in front of us trying to save seats for their friends who are late. It is a fashionably late arriving crowd, just like those in Los Angeles. Kendall Gebert, the transfer as well from Purdue Northwest, the former teammate of the Trojans, Jen Springer, gets her first serve off the top of the tape, controlled by Parrott, and then Bragg sets up Fry for her second kill. 9-3 the Taylor lead in set 1. They scored the first 3 points of the frame and have not looked back since. Fry coming off a fantastic match on Wednesday at Mount Vernon Nazarene. 11 kills and 12 digs for her 7th double-double of the season. 6-point Taylor lead. Johnson trying to get into it. Big block back over, corralled by the Foresters. Robrock, sweeping swing over, was there by Millage. Little tip over. Arlanda Faulkner tried to get it. Bragg reads it. And back over on 3, swept over by Michaela Thompson of Huntington. Down the middle comes Arlanda Faulkner, and it's tapped to the back row and dug by Huntington. Johnson on the near side, going back row, dug by Fry. In the middle to Aramia. A right-hand sweep played skyward. Robrock high steps over a teammate, and Layla Meyer, the Huntington libero, plays it over. A slide to Aramia, who tomahawks it off the drop. off the slide, and then Aramia and Parrott both scream their lungs out in each other's direction. First one for Aramia, and Taylor has taken a 10-3 lead here in set one as fans continue to file in looking for their seats. Courtney Grimm skies it. M. Robrock underneath. Johnson sweeps. Fry there for Taylor on the dig. Here's Aramia picking the near corner in the back. Back-to-back kills for Aramia. Forces a Huntington timeout. It's all Trojans in set one. They lead 11-3 on the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
All Trojans here in set one. Taylor hitting .300. 4 kills, 1 error on 10 tries. Huntington, 2 kills, 5 errors in 15 attempts. Fry out of the Huntington timeout. Johnson plays it forward to Morgan Robrock, this week's National Setter of the Week. Bragg after the Parrott dig. Arlanda Faulkner takes off and tomahawks it off the front row of Huntington. Sadly, her mom, Tangela, could not be with us tonight. We say hello to Mrs. Faulkner back in North Carolina. But her father and her dashing fiance, Ian, all here. And then Fry had that serve on a string and drew oohs and ahs from the Taylor faithful. Taylor has opened up a 10-point lead here in set one. Second ace of the night for the home side. This time Fry took too much off of it as that one got eaten by the net. The Taylor volleyball team wearing blue ribbons on their shoes tonight in honor of diabetic and diabetes research after the passing of a Taylor student earlier this week. And we had the moment of silence earlier to honor his memory. Off the net, attack error on Huntington. They've gobbled those up in bunches. Their 6th one here of the opening frame. That one on Deshanae Johnson. And Taylor's lead is back to 10. Serve goes out by Michaela Flegel. Second service error by the Trojans here tonight. It's, of course, Connor Phillips, the young man we were speaking of earlier, sadly passed away earlier this week. A freshman on the Taylor lacrosse team. And we, of course, send our thoughts and prayers and love to the Phillips family, the lacrosse family, and as well the Taylor community as well. Dunsmore goes back row, puts it just inside the back line, and reestablishes that 10-point Taylor lead. 15-5, Taylor out front. 6 kills and 1 error for the hot-hitting Taylor Trojans here in the opening stanza tonight on senior night. Bragg rockets one over. Robrock in the middle. Big swing out of the reach of Michaela Flegel. Nicely done by Courtney Grimm right in the middle. And Huntington starting to try to find their rhythm. They trail by 9. They have been seesawing back and forth to being down by 10 and being down by 9. Lefty serve by the libero Meyer. Bragg, far side, Dunsmore tees off, blocked over. This time by Taya Bynum of Indianapolis and Courtney Grimm. Second block of set one for Huntington. (15-7) the hole here for the Foresters. Overpass on the serve and teeing off and dropping it was Haley Cruz. Cruz committed to play for her sister, head coach Kelsey Herber, during her junior season in high school. And her big sister was also her club coach when Kelsey was 11 and 12 years old, as Faulkner sent one down and then right-handed over on the ricochet by Courtney Grimm. Faulkner blasted a Forrester backwards. The Trojans stopped playing, and the ball got knocked around, ended up on the hand of Courtney Grimm. And after trailing by 10 for the last handful of serves, Huntington has cut the deficit down to 6. Near side, Faulkner off the block. There's no digging that. Second termination for the fifth-year grad transfer, Arlanda Faulkner. And that stops the 3-0 jaunt by Huntington. Ware, one of the 5 seniors for Taylor, sends it over, almost an overpass. Robrock, back set, Bynum, blocked, played back to the middle. Hunting, there's Dunsmore, a solo block, kept alive by Meyer. In the middle, Bynum, mistimed the jump, and it dropped back down to the parquet floor. Bynum ready to let her rip right down the middle, but she mistimed the jump. And the ball came softly floating back down to the earth. 17-9, back-to-back points for Taylor, and Ware gives one back as that one got mishit off the right hand. Taylor's found something with these short serves tonight against Huntington, but their 2 out of their 3 service errors have been ones they've taken too much off of. Back to serve is Courtney Grimm. Has rolled those sleeves up. Bragg, near side, Cerniak, blocked, out of bounds, and good job by Fry to avoid having her ponytail hit the ricochet. First kill for Cerniak. Faulkner, Fry, Aramia, each with 2 to pace Taylor here early on. Back to a 7-point Taylor lead, making an 8-point Trojan advantage. Huntington a little bit out of system. Cruz blocked, down, point Trojans. And that's a block. Aramia got her hands on that one. Someone as well for the Trojans. That forces a Huntington timeout as they're back down by 9, 19-10 in set 1 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969.
19-10, the Taylor lead. Huntington out of timeouts. Nice little play there by the Forsters. They faked it to Bynum in the middle, and then coming dashing in was Haley Cruz. Second kill for Cruz, make it her 3rd actually. As Jen Springer exits for Taylor, Michaela Flagel back in. Back to within 8 are the Forsters. They try to keep their winning streak going. Huge top spin serve over there by Cruz. Near side Cerniak. A little change up. Nice little dig there from Meyer. Bynum. Quick sweep. Snuffed out by Bragg. Far side to Fry. They look to be going out of bounds. Dump over by the setter Morgan Robrock. Here's Cerniak again. She hung too high in the air and hit that one right in the middle of the net. Just the 3rd attack error by the Trojans here in set number 1. And it draws Huntington back to within 7. 19-12 the margin here on senior night for Taylor. Cruz sends that missile over. Ware stood her ground. Far side Fry, who's got a cannon for an arm, and this one lands almost on the scores table. 3rd kill for Anna Fry, who's been a money player for Taylor in the last 2 weeks. Big serve received there from Ware on one that had some steam coming off of it from Cruz. Parrott turns one loose as well. Robrock sets up Bynum. She's blocked. Solo variety by Anna Fry. Make it 4 hits. The official call from the officials. Either way, the Trojan lead back to 9, where it's been for the majority of the back half of the first frame. Parrott. Far side, good receive by Michaela Thompson. Johnson blocked, but just a whisker out of bounds by Aramia and Bragg. Good read there from Deshanae Johnson. Forrester's back to within 8. And Kendall Gebert enters the serve. 5'10 graduate from Fort Wayne, went to Snyder High School and went to Purdue Fort Wayne to start before transferring into Huntington this season. Her team is down by 8 here in set 1. Taylor 4 points away from a set 1 triumph. Fry had to shuffle her feet. Big cross-court swing denied by Thompson. And then Fry and Aramia turn Leah Carter away with the Trojans' 4th block of the first set. Three kills, 2 blocks for Fry here in the opening going. 2 and 2 for Aramia. And then Fry almost folded one too far, kept alive by Huntington on the serve. This one lollipop far side that Faulkner digs. Bragg turns over on 2, and a good back row dig is Huntington's. Fry gets a sliding dig of her own. Quick set, Aramia hangs. Lunging dig, pinballed around, and a 2-hand shove is sent over by Huntington. Bragg, Aramia had to lumber to go get to that one. It's overpassed, pinballed around as Huntington works it back to Deshanae Johnson, who hits it into the top of the net. Excellent saves on both sides, but it finally ends up as a Trojan point. The Taylor lead back to 10, and they're 2 points away from taking the first set. It's Fry back to serve again, who's been stellar here in the first stanza. Robrock back pedal, sets up Johnson in the middle, her big swing, turned away. Thompson again, behind the line swing, Parrott cuts it off for TU. Behind the line for Fry, little tip, off the block and down, and Fry's 4th set 1 kill brings us to set 1.
All right, fans, it's time to get on your feet because it's set.
This capacity crowd here inside Odell Arena rises to its feet, and Fry sends it over short. Robrock backs it on the slide far side, tapped over back to Huntington's side of the net. They retreat, and Grimm will play it near side to Johnson. Back row to Fry for Taylor. Bragg up to Aramia, and that's how set 1 ends. Aramia's 3rd termination ends it for Taylor as they take the first frame, 25-13. We're back with set 2 next here on the Trojan Sports Network. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise, At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
.296 the Taylor hitting percentage in set one. 11 kills, 3 errors, 27 tries. Huntington to the negative numbers, -111. 7 kills, 11 miscues on 36 attempts. Their top offensive threat was Haley Cruz in the first set. 3 kills, but 4 errors for Cruz. For the Trojans, Anna Fry, 4 kills, 1 error, an ace, 4 digs, and 2 blocks. Not bad for the first set. Dunsmore with the kill, 3 of them for Aramia, 1 for Ryan Cerniak. Aramia also has a couple of blocks as well, as the Trojans had 5 blocks in the first set, 2 of them for Huntington. Forsters on the court to our left to start things here in set 2 after they dropped set 1, 25-13. First play, quickly to Cerniak, one of the front runners for Crossroads League Player of the Year. Grimm 2 arms it over. Flegel almost overpassed. A beautiful pirouette by Bragg to get it over off the Huntington touch. It wasn't the cleanest first point, but it still goes to the Trojans, and they lead 1-0. Bragg leads the country in total assists coming in, 8th in assists per set at almost 11. Huntington head coach Kelsey Herber getting an explanation from Kiprian Harasmakowicz, our down official here tonight. And Jen Springer's in the serve for TU. And the lefty puts a little pace on this one, backpedaling, and Grimm skies it. Right-handed over by Mason Robrock. Her sister plays it back to her far side over the block, dug skyward by Springer. Ware sets it up to Fry, goes to the tip, and the middle is dug by Mason Robrock. Behind the line swing, out of bounds on the line drive, Courtney Grimm, 2-0 Taylor. See the attack errors piling up, 12 of them here for Huntington so far. 2 serves into set 2. Thompson having to race off the net was Morgan Robrock. Her sister Mason plays that one into the net, and it's 3-0 Taylor for the second set in a row. Trojans unbeaten on this floor this year at 11-0. In the last 2 seasons, they've only lost here once. That was to Marion a year ago. Sidewinder over by Springer. Bynum goes far side to the younger Robrock. Bragg dives and saves it. Aramia works it along to Fry, who right arms it over. Quick send in the middle to Bynum. She's turned away, but Meyer there to keep it alive for Huntington. Back to the younger Robrock, who tools off the block of Cerniak and Aramia. Mason Robrock, her first kill, gets Huntington on the board. They trail 3-1 here in set 2. Homecoming weekend here 2022. We've got football and soccer coming up tomorrow at 1 and 6 o'clock respectively. Big one for the Taylor volleyball team a day from now when they take on cross-county foe Indiana Wesleyan. And again, the Trojans a matchup on Marion and Iwu for sole possession of first place in the Crossroads League in the regular season title and the auto bid nationals that comes with it. Cerniak had a serpentine her way in to get it, almost played near the net, over on 2 by the older Robrock. Fry from the near sideline. Cross court dug by the younger Robrock. Older to younger. Ware with the back row dig. Bragg, Fry, tip. Fry right there. Bragg two-armed it over, and that's misplayed on a bobble by Thompson. That play looked to be an easy point for Huntington, and then Michaela Thompson slid in and just fumbled with the ball like she was trying to handle a punt. And Taylor's lead is up to 3 at 4-1 here in set 2. Cerniak exits, and her fifth-year tag team mate Nikki Parrott enters to serve. Nicole with one ace already tonight, and Thompson takes away her second one. They bluff the slide, Robrock to Robrock off the top of the tape. They'll say that it was controlled by the Trojans, and now Bragg played it back, and then Parrott went diving headfirst into the stands. Somehow that wasn't called 4 hits, as it looked like it clearly went off the top of the tape of the net. They'll say it went off the hands of the Trojans, and Huntington gets a point back, now down by a deuce. Parrott okay as she went sliding headfirst and landed into the bottom legs of some of those chairs on the Taylor bench across from us and to the right. Bragg near side to Fry, who hangs and then smacks it off of Morgan Robrock. Fry, elegant and then violent in the blink of an eye. Her match-leading 5th kill tonight, and now she'll serve it over. Picking on the libero Meyer. Quick set in the middle, out of the reach. Flagel dug it, retrading around, and Bragg able to arm it over. Robrock, near side. Grimm has it dug by Parrott. Bragg, near side to Faulkner. And there's a Taylor point as that one sent to row 1. 3rd kill for Arlanda Faulkner. And the Trojan lead up to 4 at 6-2. 3 kills, no miscues for the North Carolina native Arlanda Faulkner. Almost an ace, and it is. No. Yep, there's 4 hits on Huntington. That one got caught in the net on 2 different hits, and the Trojan lead up to 5, 7-2. Everything going Taylor's way here. 4 kills, no errors in the early going. Overpass, Aramia makes easy work of that. 4th kill for Aramia. So Fry gets the ace. Aramia comes in and gives the Taylor lead to 6. Back set, near side, Robrock. Aramia dives. Flagel went soaring in, and then Faulkner took off and blasted it through the block. 4th kill for Arlanda Faulkner, and another Faulkner kill forces a Huntington timeout. Their first of set number 2 as the Trojans lead 9-2 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
With our fine crew of Alexander and Sam on the computer and the camera respectively, Rick Johnston here with you tonight. So glad you made us part of your Friday night. We hope you make us part of your entire weekend as we celebrate Homecoming 2022 here on the Taylor University campus. Overpassing off Arlanda Faulkner, trying to break the will of everybody with that one. It's 4 hits called against the Trojans. Aramia confused. Taylor head coach Aaron Luthi also perplexed. That first swing from Faulkner looks like she tried to take out every frustration she's had in her young life on one swing. As you found out the last time we were here inside Odell Arena, Faulkner, a fantastic cook. Steak and steak fries apparently are her specialty. And she made some pretty mean meatloaf the last time we were all here for a little volleyball. Oh my gosh, Faulkner just jumped on top of the arena and then just softly tapped it down with her right hand. The chef with a chef's kiss of a kill, and Taylor's lead is up to 7. Like Fry, graceful and then violent when she needs to be. Robrock, near side to Grimm, slapped over by Faulkner, back played by Huntington. Far side to Cruz, who's yet to get going here in set 2 after leading the way in set 1. Fry behind the 10-meter line into the net. Second miscue by Fry tonight, but all Crossroads League selection a year ago. We say hello to Mrs. Wood, Trey Wood's mom, watching at home as he acknowledges with his Yeti hat. Saving an ace is Bragg, knocked over, no, it just landed on the parquet right in front of Bragg. Ace for the libero, Layla Meyer. First one of those tonight for Huntington. Meyer, 5'3" freshman from Monroeville, Indiana. This week's Crossroads League Defender of the Week, as Huntington swept all 3 of those awards as Dunsmore blocked in the front row. Bynum got her hands on that one along with look to be Cruz. Third block of the night for Huntington, but the Foresters swept Marion last week, including a set 1 win of 25-9. Hello. And they swept all 3 league awards this week. Meyer gives the point right back on the service error. 5-point Trojan lead at 11-6 as fans continue to file in here to Odell Arena. This is probably our second biggest crowd of the year after that Marion party that we had here a couple of weeks ago. Bragg turns it loose. She's going to sing the anthem before tomorrow's volleyball match. Grimm hangs. Bragg dives and digs. Flegel gives Faulkner a go, and then it's turned away by Morgan Robrock. Near side to Grimm. She's blocked down. Dunsmore with a fist pump along there with Faulkner. First one for Faulkner, first one for Dunsmore. And Taylor has doubled up. Huntington at 12-6. The Trojans won in Huntington in September in 3. They won set 1 tonight. Grimm off the top of the tape, slapped to the middle by Flegel. Bragg works it along to Faulkner. Blocked and controlled. Bragg knifes her way in. Cerniak, a little stutter step, and she left hands it over. Robrock sets up Bynum. Solo block, the property of Jalen Dunsmore. 7 blocks for TU, the second one for Dunsmore. And Taylor's lead is up to 7 at 13-6. As Taylor had 13 blocks in the sweep of Mount Vernon Nazarene on Wednesday. Again, the 8th time Taylor has gotten north of 10 blocks here in 2022. They're the second best blocking team in the league behind Bethel. Fry digs. Bragg works it along to Faulkner. Rainbow right hand, sliding dig, Morgan Robrock. Behind the line swing, through the line. Fry scrapes it off the floor on the attempt from Olivia Cron. Cron underneath, far side to Cruz. Through the block and between Fry and Flegel. 4th kill for Haley Cruz, and Huntington back to within 6. Three blocks for Jalen Dunsmore tonight. Taylor's got 7 on the evening. And Taylor head coach Aaron Luthi told us before the match that the middles were going to be a key cog for Taylor tonight. Faulkner also a key cog. Dug by Meyer, punched over by Huntington. Fry, Bragg, back set Cerniak. That is just too easy for the front runner for player of the year, Ryan Cerniak. Eight-point Taylor lead, 3rd kill for Cerniak. Ryan had 8 kills, hit .231 as she was double-teamed a lot Wednesday in Ohio. Down the middle comes Cruz. She's turned away, punched in the air by the older Robrock. Right-handed over by Cruz. Flegel there for Taylor. Bragg too high for Dunsmore as she mistimed the jump. Point back to Huntington. They trail 14-8. Out is Cron. In is rotating back is Cruz to serve. In is the younger Robrock Mason out there with Big Sis Morgan, who's the national setter of the week. Ware stands her ground. Bragg. Cerniak in the air, just had to 2-arm it high. Older Robrock to Bynum over the head of Flagel. Out. Was a touch on the Taylor front row? No. Out cleanly off of Taya Bynum, the North Central High School product, and the Trojan lead up to 15-8. No kills tonight for Bynum, 0 for 3, after having 11 kills, leading 333 in the win over Spring Arbor on Wednesday. Springer in for the Trojans. This one has heat to the back row. Robrock, a beautiful dump over her head as she was running to the far side pin, caught everyone in white for Taylor, moving away, and she expertly put it over her head wonderfully. Wonderful dump there for Morgan Robrock. And that draws Huntington back to within 6. Gebert, the former Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodon. Fry to Bragg, back set, Cerniak rises over everyone. And Cerniak's third kill's a big one. 16-9, the Trojan lead. Cerniak exits for her classmate Parrott. Nikki with 5 digs and an error and an ace tonight. They're having 10 digs on Wednesday. Robrock races after, back to Little Sis Mason. Ware digs, Bragg sets, Aramia taps. Point Taylor. Parrott lets loose that top spin serve, skips off the top of the tape. To the back row, nice swing from Carter. Ware digs, behind the line swing for Parrott. She's snuffed out by the libero Meyer. Quick set, back over off the top of the tape. Either way, it's a Trojan point. Taylor blocked, that's number 8. Fry and Aramia on that one. Number 3 for Fry, number 3 for Grace Aramia. Aramia 11th in the country in blocks per set with just over 1, second best in the Crossroads League. Parrott gets the ace off the hands of Thompson. Second ace of the night for Parrott, and that forces a Huntington timeout with the Trojans having their second 10-point lead of the night, 19-9 in set 2. Five kills for Orlando Faulkner, 5 for Aramia, 5 for Anna Fry. That is how the Taylor offense has broken down here tonight. As they lead by 10, 19-9 over Huntington. Trying to snap the Foresters' 5-match win streak. The Trojans hitting 222. And the Taylor bench across from us with their binoculars out, trying to see where Parrott wants to play this ace. Almost an overpass. Robrock saves it, then she avoids colliding with the far side pin. Bragg cuts in front of Ware behind the line. Somehow Fry almost tried to curl it around the antenna, but she played it inside the antenna and inside the official Cindy Bice. Third miscue for Fry tonight. She's been nothing short of spectacular. And the Trojan lead back down to 9. The setter Robrock, Morgan over. Had to come back to get it, was Fry. Easy work for Six and White. Another assist for Casey Bragg, her 19th. Fry gets kill number 6. 20-10, the Taylor lead. With Fry rotating back to serve, Faulkner coming in to get Ware. Thompson, Robrock's got to come off the net a lot tonight. Younger sis Mason knocks it over. Bragg all the way near side to Faulkner. Blocked, Flagel, back to Bragg, back to Faulkner. This time it serpentines its way far side. Huntington dives around and keeps it alive. The Robrock sisters able to get it back over for Huntington. Bragg turns it loose on 2, and the senior pushed the Taylor lead up to 11. .11 Taylor lead as Bragg surpassed 3,800 assists in the last couple of weeks. Older Robrock, younger Robrock, off the block for younger sister Mason, kill number 2. Cruz back in along with Olivia Cron. 21-11 the deficit for Huntington here in set number 2. They drop set 1, 25-13. Parrott plays it up to Bragg. Quick back set to Aramia. Overpowered the block, up and over. Faulkner taps it down with 2 hands on the overpass. 6th kill for Orlando Faulkner, and Taylor has doubled up Huntington 22-11. Packed house here inside Odell Arena tonight, our most attended volleyball match of the year. Back set to Grimm, who hits the near side antenna. Second miscue for Grimm. Make it her 3rd, excuse me. And the Trojans 2 points away from their 2nd straight convincing set win here tonight. Flagel to her libero counterpart Meyer. Robrock up top to Cruz, and it's a misplay by Huntington. 2 hits the call, and that brings us to set point, 24-11 Taylor. Our PA announcer, Conrad Otto, asks for Odell Arena to stand, and those rocking the purple and gray oblige. A bunch of set points. Bragg wastes a little time on the overpass. Taylor takes set 2, 25-11 on Bragg's 2nd kill of the night, and the Trojans go for the sweep next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
to be your nephew's #1 fan. Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Taylor has feasted in almost a complete set's worth of attack errors tonight for Huntington. The Forsters have 18 miscues. The Trojans have 8. Taylor has 25 kills of their own to Huntington's 12. Taylor at 257 in that second frame, 14 kills, 5 errors, 35 tries. Huntington in negative numbers again, 5 kills, 7 errors though, on 35 attempts. Your leaders in kills both belong to Taylor. Orlando Faulkner, 6 kills, no errors, hitting .400, also with the block. And Anna Fry, 6 kills, 3 errors, 8 digs, 2 aces, and 3 blocks for Miss Fry tonight. Dunsmore with a kill, 3 for Cerniak, also with 2 blocks. Aramia's got 5 kills and also 2 blocks. Bragg, 4 kills, 19 assists, 5 digs, and a block. 4 kills for Haley Cruz to lead the way for Huntington, 3 for Mason Robrock, 2 for Grimm, and 2 for Johnson. We have not seen Deshanae Johnson since set 1. Mason Robrock tried to get Huntington the first point. Fry has it blocked back over Bragg, off her left hip, plays it. Ware tried to knock it over, cut off by Huntington. Bragg near side, Cerniak going to the back corner, and a rainbow dart drops in for Cerniak. Wonderful saves there by the Trojan 6 of Fry, Dunsmore, Cerniak, Flegel, Bragg, and Ware, who serves it over on a float. Robrock up top to Robrock. Big sis cannot connect with younger sis. 2 hits the call on Morgan Robrock, this week's NAI National Setter of the Week. And she averaged 11 assists per set, 2 digs, a kill, almost a block, and almost an ace per set as well. And this ace belongs to the Trojans. This one for Carly Ware. 3rd one of the night. Make it the 5th one of the night for TU. Following the 2 for Fry and 2 for Parrott. And for the 3rd set in a row, Taylor scored the first 3 points. Mason Robrock blocked. Fry winning the joust, pinballed back to Huntington's side. The younger Robrock over the front row block. Ware to Bragg, quick set to Dunsmore, but Bragg got caught in the net. And just like in sets 1 and 2, as I actually call a double hit against Bragg. Just like in sets 1 and 2, Taylor scores the first 3 points, and the 4th one belongs to Huntington. Kendall Gebert in for the Foresters. They're currently 7th in the Crossroads League standings. A match back of the tie for 5th between Mount Vernon Nazarene and St. Francis. And they're 2 matches up on 8th place Grace. Regular season ends a week from tomorrow. Taylor at Marion, and there's a potential that one could be for the regular season championship. Back set, far side, off the antenna, that's Courtney Grimm. But they'll call Fry for getting into the net. And it's 3-2 the Taylor lead. Back-to-back points for Huntington with their backs against the wall here in set 3. 5 Trojans with at least 4 kills tonight, only 1 with that marker tonight for Huntington. Gebert to Fry, passes to the middle, Bragg sets up Cerniak, and a laser beam goes right through a couple of hands of Foresters. 5th for Cerniak. Taylor ahead 4-2 in set 3, excuse me. Springer in for the Trojans along with Aramia. Fry, Cerniak, Bragg, and Ware all stay put. Gebert sets it up high, nice swing over, dug by Bragg. Far sideline, Fry through the block, and right there to dig it was Meyer, the libero for Huntington. Younger Robrock blocked, Aramia and Cerniak. 3rd block for Cerniak, 3rd one for Aramia. And Taylor leads 5-2 in set 3. They have 9 blocks on the night. Start out with 5 of them in the first set. Gebert, the new center in for Huntington. Grimm blasted through for the Forester cause. 3rd one for her. That one got through the front row of the Trojans, then went off the hands of Ware in the back row. 5-3, the Taylor deficit. Again, 9 blocks for Taylor tonight, just 3 of them here for Huntington. Bragg back set Cerniak, hangs, tips, back over. Bragg trying to find the far side, and this ricochet goes line drive into the net for Huntington on the diving try by Olivia Cron. Taylor has one more home match after this. Next Wednesday here against St. Francis. And then the Crossroads League tournament starts 2 weeks from tomorrow on November 5th. 6-3 Taylor. Parrott to the back row. Gebert, back set far side Grimm. A laser beam over the block. Nicely done by Courtney Grimm. 5 kills for Grimm, who now has taken over the lead in that category from Haley Cruz. Attack errors have been the worst enemy tonight here for the Foresters. Overpass on the serve. Gebert, back set far side Grimm over the solo block of Fry. Parrott digs and she turns it loose from behind the 10-meter line. And a back row attack, the violation against Parrott. And Taylor's lead down to 1, 6-5. Taylor has not trailed nor tied the entire night. But Huntington a point away from getting level here with the Trojans in set 3. The lefty Meyer does just that. Serve off the top of the tape. Second ace tonight for Meyer, and the second one for Huntington, and the visitors have leveled up set 3 at 6. The first tie all night. The Taylor bench across from us gets down to an Ian drums on the parquet floor. Bragg, big back set Fry, angles in, too soft, and Huntington has taken their first lead of the night. And they lead 7-6. They've gone on a 4-0 run since Taylor led 6-3. Flegel dies on the bottom of the net, too far for Bragg to get to. Another ace for Meyer. It's now a 5-0 Huntington run, and Taylor head coach Erin Luthi uses her first timeout of the night. Huntington with their backs against the wall trying to avoid getting swept. They lead 8-6 on a 5-0 run here in set 3.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Good answer here for Huntington. They've scored 5 in a row. Just 3 kills. Taylor with 3 errors, but the Foresters lead 8-6. Their first lead of the night. Fry out of the timeout, just a hair long. Not touched on the front row. Fry a little bit unhappy with herself. And now it's a 9-6 Huntington lead. Parrott exits in favor of Chloe Holtz. And you can probably guess where libero Layla Meyer of Huntington is going to play this one. Goes right at Holtz, plays it high. Behind her was Flegel. Back row swing. To the back row was Wares. Gebert, far side Grimm has been great here in the set. Holtz digs it up to Bragg. Far side Fry gets Taylor back on the board. 7th kill for Fry. That stops the 6-0 run for the Foresters that gave them their first lead of the night. They're still out front, 9-7 here in the third stanza. Ware out, Faulkner in for the Trojans. Fry smacks it over on the serve. Gebert got into the net, and Taylor's back to within 1. First time that Gebert's been the center all night. She's mainly been a back row player serving. But Morgan Robrock, the national setter of the week, is out right now, standing on the far sideline with her hands behind her back. Taylor to within 1. Kept alive. Cruz pops it over. Bragg and Taylor insist on a slide to Aramia. Too much on it as that one went screaming out of bounds. First error by Grace Aramia tonight. And with the Trojans on the verge of tying this set at 9 as they were in system. And now Morgan Robrock back in after G-Bird had done a stellar job to get the Huntington offense back into gear. Remember, they had negative hitting percentages in both of the first 2 sets tonight. They lead by 2 here in set 3. Faulkner, a laser beam that's dug by Meyer. Robrock near side to Cruz. Over the block and Fry, calmly digs to Bragg. Aramia watches, sweeps. Back row dig is Grimm. She gets out of the way. Cruz up to Meyer. 2-armed over to Flagel. Taylor sets up Aramia in the middle, and this dig goes back over that. Aramia pops it over, and Robrock's underneath. Meyer near side, Cruz through the block. Fry slaps it forward to Flagel. Far sideline to Faulkner, who reaches up, and a nice dig by Meyer. Robrock soars in and sets up Cruz. Flagel digs to Bragg, far side, lefty punch over for Faulkner, and a sliding dig is Grimm's. Near side through the block, punched by Bragg. Holtz alive, Faulkner in with a righty slap. Up now to Robrock, quick setup to Bynum. Diving dig is Holtz's. Aramia to Faulkner, blocked, and the Trojans can't keep it alive. And it's a 3-point Huntington lead on their 4th block of the night. Taya Bynum right there picks up her 4th rejection of the evening. Wonderful job on the rally there by both teams. Each side looked like they had a little bit of a glimmer of hope to get that point, but a couple of diving digs for each side kept the rally alive for the other team. Grimm serves it over for Huntington. Holtz to Bragg. Aramia has to reach back to get it, and it's dug high by Meyer. Behind the line swing for Grimm, who torpedoes it, and Fry digs. Behind the line swing for the aforementioned Fry. Rainbowed over, it's dug by Meyer. Bynum around the block. Holtz to Bragg, sweeps over on 2. Dug forward by Grimm to Robrock. Near side to Cruz, leans back, hits the antenna, and Taylor's back to within a deuce. Fifth attack error of the night for Haley Cruz. That has been the one bugaboo of the night for the Foresters. 22 attack errors to Taylor's 14. The Trojans have also put 14 more balls down than Huntington, 29-15 in kills. Bynum has to wait for it, lets it go, and that one sails a mile out of play. The 5th error by Taya Bynum, and now Taylor back to within 1. The Trojans had opened up 2 10-point leads in sets 1 and 2. They have not led by 10 here in set 3 after a much better performance offensively for the Foresters. Robrock dumps on 2. She caught Taylor napping, and it dropped down even though it caught the part of the top of the tape. Second kill for Morgan Robrock, and just like what happened when Taylor got it to 9-8, Huntington pushed their lead back up to a deuce. A sub back in here for the Foresters. It's Mason Robrock out there with Big Sis Morgan. Olivia Cron takes a seat for the Foresters. Cruz, their talented 5'7" outside hitter freshman, back to serve. She can really let her rip, but this one gets caught in the net. Second service error for Cruz tonight, number 2. Make it number 3 for Huntington. And again, Taylor back down by 1. They were not tied and they had not trailed at all before a 6-0 run for Huntington gave them a 9-6 lead after trailing 6-3. Robrock back set Bynum over the net. Faulkner tapped it over. Robrock big to little sister. Dug by Fry on the try from Mason. Bragg in the middle, turning and swinging, deflected back, and the kill for Jalen Dunsmore, her second, but it ties our 3rd frame at 12. Dunsmore was electrifying, 8 kills, 7 blocks on Wednesday night. A cooler night tonight for the talented sophomore from Yorktown, Indiana. Bragg tried to drop that one on the back line. She sent it too long. 4th service error by Taylor tonight, the first one for Bragg. Last year's setter of the year, and again the front runner this year for setter of the year as well. 13-12, the Huntington lead as Bynum sends it over. Bragg, back set, near side, Faulkner off the block, kept alive by Grimm, kept alive one more time by Thompson, back to the net, and then younger Robrock turned it over. This time, Cerniak lets no digs happen. 6th kill for Cerniak, subs both sides. We're back level at 13. Faulkner out, Cerniak stays in. Ware rotates back to serve. Short. Up to the older Robrock, to younger sister Mason. Diving to dig is Flagel. Bragg works it back to Cerniak, who two-arms it over with her back to the net. Older Robrock over the head and inside the near line to Leah Carter. First kill for 20 in gray. And Huntington regains a 1-point advantage. They have yet to use a timeout here in set 3. Taylor has used one. Kendall Gebert in to serve, and she takes the spot of Morgan Robrock. So expect Gebert to be the setter and to set things up here for Huntington here tonight. Or excuse me, on this rotation. Spins the ball in her left hand and smacks it over with her right. A knuckleball that dies right in front of Flagel. First ace of the night for Kendall Gebert. She had 2 in the win over Spring Arbor on Wednesday, and Huntington takes a 2-point lead, 15-13. In their matchup in September, Taylor won set 1, 25-21. They won set 2, 25-14. They had to go to extra volleyball in set 3 to win set 3 and to get the sweep 26-24 in September. They're down 2 here in set 3. Fry, it's dug by Meyer. Near side to the younger Robrock. Flagel digs it forward to Bragg. Scampers in, plays it high to Fry, had to hang, deflected back. Gebert got her hands underneath, then Grimm two-arms it over. Out of system was Huntington. Bragg to Cerniak, a tip over softly. Tipped back as Myers underneath, and Gebert two-arms it over on 3. Where? Bragg, Cerniak. Money. 7th kill, Cerniak. Taylor back to within 1. Taylor down by 1 as Jen Springer comes in to serve. To Gebert, the setter, near side to Grimm. Over the block, out of bounds. Point Taylor, and we're tied at 15. No worry from 4th-year Huntington head coach Kelsey Herber, her 7th year at her alma mater. No, she has 2 timeouts in the bag. No reason to fret with a set tied at 15. But Taylor up 2-0 in the match so far. A huge block for Fry and Aramia. And the crown placed upon the head of Anna Fry, and Taylor regains a 1-point lead. 4th block tonight for Fry. 10 blocks for the Trojans. 9th time they've gotten the double-digit blocks this season. Through the block here. Nice rebound by Mason Robrock after getting blocked last time. Fights it through the block of Aramia and Fry this time. 16 all in set 3. With Flagel returning for the Trojans. 6 kills, 7 errors for Huntington, but Taylor with 6 errors of their own here in the 3rd frame. 16 all in set 3. Cerniak puts Taylor back in front. Cerniak quiet in the first 2 sets. Money time. It's time to bring in Cerniak and start feeding the leader for Player of the Year in the Crossroads League. Parrott in to serve. Has an ace tonight. Meyer almost the overpass. Gebert quickly up. Over off the top of the tape. We play on. Far side to Grimm. That one around the block and out of the reach of Flagel. Taylor, 2nd or 3rd time that the Trojans have thought that should have been 4 hits on Huntington. But the Foresters take the advantage. Grimm has come to life here. Her 6th termination. That leads the Foresters tonight. They have tied our 3rd frame at 17 apiece. This capacity crowd trying to get behind the Trojans here. Far side, Fry. Oh, she smacks that one right off of Gebert's elbow. 8th kill for Fry. Tied with Cerniak for match high honors, and the Trojan lead back to 1. Ware out, Faulkner in, Fry to serve. Spirit fingers all around for those supporting the Trojans on the Fry serve. Gebert quickly to Bynum off of Aramia, and it slams out of bounds near side. First kill tonight for Bynum after having 5 errors. 18 all here in the 3rd frame. Morgan Robrock in to spell Gebert at the setter position. Grimm goes back to serve. 6 kills for 14 in gray. Courtney Grimm to go along with 10 digs. Parrott slaps it forward to Bragg. Aramia had to wait on it, blocked, and watches it land out of bounds. Point Taylor, 6th kill for Aramia. Taylor back in the driver's seat, up by 1, 19-18. But since leading 6-3 and watching Huntington go on that 6-0 run, Taylor has led by no more than one here in set 3. Flagel to her libero counterpart Meyer. Back set Bynum through the block. Fry digs, Parrott hustles, and she almost lands in row 2. Thankfully, friendly faces there to catch Nikki Parrott, but Bynum's second kill brings our set 3 back to level. Haley Cruz, who can really let her rip. From the service line, has shown it all night tonight. Slow clap from the Taylor faithful inside Odell Arena. Parrott, overpass back to the middle of the net. Near side off the net, and Morgan Robrock, the setter, gets her third kill. And that puts Huntington in the driver's seat. They lead 20-19 here in set number 3. Taylor head coach Aaron Luthi asking how many timeouts she has. She keeps the one that she has in her back pocket. Taylor ran away and hid, winning sets 1 and 2 convincingly. They're in a dogfight here, but Cruz's third service error brings set 3 back to even, 20-20. On the fourth service error tonight for the visitors. And the third one belonging to the talented Cruz. Bragg with set 3 level at 20. Taylor going for the sweep. Robrock, back set Bynum. Dug by Bragg, Flagel. Far sideline, Faulkner reaches back, and it's dug in the back row by Grimm. Robrock near side to her younger sister, out of the reach of Flagel. And Mason Robrock, after being quiet in sets 1 and 2, has come to life in set 3. Huntington back in the front, back leading by 1, 21-20. The two teams have combined for 13 attack errors here in this second frame. And Taylor's had 6 of them in their name after being pretty clean tonight. Bragg back to Cerniak. Left side, doesn't matter. The lefty Cerniak brings set 3 back to level. 21 all. As Cerniak, when it's winning time, you go to 15 and white. Her 9th kill leads the match, and each team 4 points away from a set 3 win. For Taylor, it would end the match. For Huntington, it would send us to a set 4, but Carly Ware's ace puts Taylor back ahead by 1, 22-21. Second ace for Ware. Huntington timeout. Taylor on top, 22-21 here in set 3, going for the sweep on the Trojan Sports Network.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Taylor out front, 22-21. Huntington to use their first of 2 allotted set 3 timeouts. Robrock to Robrock through the block. Nicely done by the Robrock sisters. Morgan to Mason. 22 all here in set 3. That's our 9th tie of set 3 after we had no ties in sets 1 and 2. Gebert into set and serve here for Huntington. 22 all in set 3. Huntington needs a win to keep the match going. Middle to Fry, off the top of the tape, and a big swing for Anna Fry, her 9th, and Taylor 2 points away from the sweep, up 23-22. 9 kills, 12 digs, 2 aces, 4 blocks. Stat-stuffing night for Fry, the grad transfer. Springer sends her over. Thompson to Gebert, near side to Grimm, blocked right down by Aramia and Cerniak, and we're to match point inside Odell Arena. But before that, a timeout for Huntington. We're back with match point next on the Trojan Sports Network. So match point for Taylor. They're up 24-22 with Jen Springer with a match on her left hand. To Thompson. Up to Gebert, near side Grimm, over the block, dug by Ware. Bragg, near side Cerniak, blocked. Aramia taps it over, and Gebert comes darting in to save it. Knocked over by Huntington. Where they set up near side to Cerniak, who goes off the block, and her 10th kill brings the Trojans a win on senior night. That snaps Huntington's 5-match win streak and keeps Taylor in sole possession of first place in the Crossroads League. The Trojans, the 12th ranked team in the land, move to 23-5 on the year, 12-2 in the Crossroads League, and a perfect 12-0 here on Paul Patterson Court inside Odell Arena. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have a fun Ivanhoe's post-match show for you. This is Taylor Volleyball on the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Back inside Odell Arena, Rick Johnston joined by our player of the match, senior Carly Ware. Carly, this is your first time doing this, so wait, let's hold up. There we go.
There you go. You can tell it's my first time.
It's okay. As we said, we have to save the best for last.
All right.
Sorry, girls. So here's the deal. You get to look in that camera. You can say hi to anyone and everyone you want. Go.
Okay. Hello, Gabe. Hello, Aunt Heather, Uncle Dan, the Haynes. You guys rock. Hello, Savannah, my sister-in-law. Hope you feel better. Yeah, there you go.
Anyone else? That's it?
There are a lot of people, but I guess, do you want me to keep going?
If you want to, it's we got plenty of time. Like, I got nowhere to be.
Okay.
They pushed the match back like an hour tomorrow, so you got an extra hour to sleep, so we're good.
I got 2 more.
Go for it.
Hello, Aunt Lori, and hello to the Crovers and my cousins over there.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, if you think anybody else, we can talk to them at the end. So we've talked a lot about this 5-woman senior class you're a part of. You and Casey are the 2 4-year players, but what people don't know, I think, is that you also had a decision to try to come back along with Nikki and Ryan. Tell us what that situation was like, since we haven't really talked about it a lot until maybe people kind of put 2 and 2 together when we did the senior night stuff tonight.
Yeah. Like coming back with.
Yeah, coming back. Instead of going and trying to be an adult.
Yeah.
Boring.
Right.
But you had a decision to either leave early.
Right.
And go be an adult, or come back and be a kid and play volleyball.
Right. So I was gonna go to Indiana Wesleyan last January. And I was dead set on it. Coach would be like, come on, come back. Talk to my aunt, try to get me to come back. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I think it's my time. It made financial sense. It made sense in every way. But it didn't make sense in God's way. And I knew that fully as I started to pray about it, that I was called back here for another year. And it has been the biggest blessing, the best year. And I'm so, so glad I stayed. So.
How much fun has this year been? I was in that room with you girls a year ago. We thought you were going to make the national tournament. Sadly, you didn't. Mm-hmm. What has this year been like, getting Ryan and Nikki back, adding Orlando and Anna, adding Grace and Jen? I mean, this thing is like just blown up, and you guys have just kind of taken over the world. Yeah, it's been like the perfect storm, I feel like, of having transfers come in our 5th years, and also they're my best friends to put on top of that. So it's just the perfect storm of chemistry and just playing with your besties. And yeah, I think it lit a fire under us not going to nationals. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. But yeah, it's been so fun. I've gotten to like step into leadership. I had great seniors before me. So just stepping into that has almost helped us up our game because it's our time to lead this team. So. You've had an interesting road over your 4 years. You came in as an outside hitter. Yeah. You were a 6 rotation player in high school, and then you make the pivot to defensive specialist. And, girl, you've taken this thing on like a bandit the last 2 years. It's been fun. Yeah. Tell me about making that transition, because obviously people, they look in the box score and they see all of the big block numbers, see all the big kill numbers, but, like, they still need folks like you to either get digs or keep balls alive, or even if you don't get an ace with a nasty serve, you're still keeping people off balance. What was it like to make that transition? Have you kind of made it your own here? Yeah, I think at first it was hard to let go of. I always saw myself hitting in college, but it's outgrown me. I mean, we just have some great hitters, and I'm okay with that, and I know my role, and I've actually just like loved it. I didn't know that I would love defense this much. So it's been a blast, and I feel like I've gotten to train just defense, so that's helped me because I used to train both. Mm-hmm. So being able to just focus on defense has actually helped me up my game. So you guys are in sole possession of first place in the league. I know there's a very big match tomorrow. You guys are ranked the highest the team's been in over a decade with 12. What's it like just to keep adding accomplishments as you guys go on week by week here? It's been crazy. I mean, me and Coach and talks with the team, and since I've been here freshman year, I mean, we were middle of the pack bottom freshman year, so just to watch our team grow and just they've just been so much, like, they've had so much improvement while I've been here, and that's because of people before me and all these transfers that are coming in. It's been cool to watch. So last 2 things and I'll let you go. The place was packed tonight. Yeah. I mean, there was not – it's a good thing your parents got here early because they might have had their normal seats that they've had for 4 years. Yeah. How much fun do you and your teammates have playing in this place? It becomes a madhouse when people pack it like they did tonight. Oh, it's a blast. Yeah, we go to away games and you feel the difference. And away games, it's just you have to kind of grit it out because you don't have these fans here. But being here, it's just so much easier to get that momentum and keep going. So we're looking forward to hosting tournament, hopefully, and hopefully packing it again. It's a big advantage, and it's so fun. Last thing, your girl Casey singing the national anthem tomorrow. That's right. Before the homecoming football game. Tell everybody out there that's not heard her sing what type of, if they missed the last football game she sang it, she doesn't sing, she sangs with an A. That's true. What is it like to see her just flex the golden pipes out there? Oh, it's so fun. We're besties. We love nest our beds. We've lived together for 24/7 for about a year and a half now, even over summer. And she's amazing, and she's a jack of all trades. So it's amazing to watch her sing and do her thing. If you haven't heard her sing,
She is probably the best singer I've heard. I get to hear it a lot in the apartment. Sometimes for chapel, I hear the same songs over and over that she's
get the practice,
practicing.
right?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I know every word now, so I'm set. But yeah, she's awesome, so it's fun to watch.
So are you in there in chapel? She's sang in chapel. Are you in there belting it out with her? And you're like, well, I know what's coming next. And
I
all
know. She'll be like, this part I'm a little nervous about. Like, I got to figure it out. And I'm like, so when she hits it in chapel, I'm like, yes. Yeah.
Just like when she gets an ace, right? Just give her one of those.
Same type of thing, yeah.
We'll get some rest tanight.
Okay.
Good luck tomorrow
Thank you.
at your future school, but still your future school.
Yeah, it's not mine.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Word.
Yeah.
Carly Ware, senior. She's awesome. Carl, what did you do
awesome.
now? No, that's you. You had you had an ace and 6 digs tonight, and you were keeping everybody off their toes. So good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We'll be keeping tabs on that when we're here doing the homecoming thing, and
right.
We'll see you Wednesday, and then we're hoping for 3 or more postseason matches here in the Oval.
We're not sad it's senior night because hopefully we're back here for a few more. So
there's nothing else I can say. We'll be back with Coach Luthi after this.
Thank you.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH, from our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Hello, world. Rick Johnson, Aaron Luthi, Happy Ivanhoe's post-match show. Anyone you want to say hi to? You know how this whole song and dance goes by now.
I know, right? I think my husband's over there listening. It's a 30-second delay across the gym.
Yes. So we'll wave now.
He's going to be really
and then he'll
excited.
wave again.
Once again, a shout out to my cousins in North Carolina, Hal, Susie, and Ruth Ann. They are faithful followers. And my sister. Last time I didn't give my sister and her family a shout out, and she got upset. So Carrie, Michaela, Mike, I love you.
This is not the sister who's married to the folks that we play the ad for, right? This is not.
No, that's
different.
my sister-in-law.
But see, that one's fine because we just play that over and over.
They're on fall break, so they're traveling. So.
There you go. This place was rocking tonight.
It was awesome.
I mean, this place.
Yeah.
I didn't think it could get bigger than when Mary was in here.
Right.
I looked around, I'm going, oh, there's not a seat to find in the whole joint.
Yeah.
This place is going.
Good stuff. No, this is fun. Our girls have had such incredible crowds to play in front of this year, and what a blast for them to be able to, and for seniors, we celebrate our seniors tonight, and yeah, just a really fun atmosphere.
We've been here a while, so what's it been like? And I think you and I talked about this last year a little bit. We saw a big uptick in your attendance student-wise a year ago. It's only gotten bigger this year. What's that like, knowing that, I mean, and Carly mentioned it, it's kind of tough when you go on the road. You got to create your own energy. The girls come out of the locker room, they got energy coming off the walls in this place. Sometimes I think you might want to turn it down a little bit, but,
Well, I looked down tonight. They were doing cheers I've never seen before, so who knows? Were they? I don't know. Savannah's in charge of all that department, and she was back while we were on the road this weekend, so she must have been scheming or something. I don't know. But
are they taking pages out of the football playbook? Because those guys get wild on the sidelines.
I know, right? Can you imagine a party between the volleyball and the football team? Crazy. But no, yeah, they're just we've talked a lot about that this week, of where do we find our energy? How do we stay poised? How do we stay confident in our own ability to run our type of offense? And once again, some of the teams in our conference play a little bit different type of volleyball than what we play, and sometimes that's difficult. We don't see it. We don't use a lot of tips and shoves and pushes and things like that. And Huntington is phenomenal at it. A little bit unconventional with what they're trying to do, but nonetheless still really successful with it. They beat Marion. They swept Marion last week. So, what I think part of that is we've really strived to be able to stay disciplined, which then feeds into our energy level, and we don't have this roller coaster of emotion that sometimes volleyball gets a hold of.
You look at the stats tonight, Ryan Cerniak was quiet until it became winning time in the third, and then you go to the girl that's probably the front runner for player of the year in the league, and she just carries you through. When you guys had trailed, you guys had not tied nor trailed until Huntington ripped off those 6 in a row to go up 9-6, and then when you need some points, you're throwing the ball to 15.
Yeah, absolutely. She.
Not a bad option, right?
No, right? Practice yesterday. We're doing some blocking drills, and I think Gracie Conway ripped one, jams the heck out of Ryan's finger. So she immediately went to the locker room. I thought, oh, no. So she came out. She was taped tonight. She's doing just fine, but she couldn't get her wrist snapped. And she came off. I said, "Are you all right?" And she's like, I just can't get my snap down. And that was in the first set. And she came back out in that second set and came off after she'd maybe had 3 kills in a row. And I was like, "You figured it out?" I figured it out. So there we were. So she figured out whatever she needed to do with her thumb taped and did her job well. So
then Anna Fry stuffs the stat sheet again. 9 kills, 2 aces, 13 digs, 4 blocks. I mean,
right.
She's everything that you thought she was going to be and more, right?
Yeah, and just brings such a sense of leadership to the court. She cracks me up with, Coach Gabby and I were talking about it tonight. She does these funny little celebrations when things happen, but she loves vintage clothes. She loves vintage shopping. So she dresses like she's 60. She celebrates like she's 10, but she is poised and so mature like she's 30. And there's just this melting pot of goodness in Anna Fry, and she hits the ball so stinking hard. So
graceful and then violent, right?
Yes,
graceful
right?
and then violent.
Super graceful. She's up in the air and then bam, pops the setter right in the nose. But just a really, really fun young lady to coach. She's brought so much to our culture, so much to obviously our team from a competitive standpoint. Really, really excited to have her as part of our program.
Orlando Faulkner, 6 kills, 1 error. Grace Aramia, 6 kills, 1 error. They also got their hands in blocks tonight. Do you ever find yourself, because I find myself, but again, you've forgotten more about volleyball than I'll ever know. I find myself just being in awe sometimes when Orlando just jumps. It seems almost like the world just stops and then boom. Or then sometimes it's like a very quiet boom because she'll tip it, but I just kind of look and I'm like, is she ever going to come down, back down, or is she just going to hang there forever? And then she does, but then I'm just like, this is unbelievable.
Right. Oh, yeah. And I still don't even think she knows how high she gets. And we tell her, Orlando, you don't have to tip. She's like, why, coach? And
because you're looking down on everybody.
You're actually up over the block, right? And she's used to D1 ball world where, she has blockers who are 6'3", 6'4". We don't have that as often in our league. And we're still, I chirp at her a little bit of you're up and over the block, swing, swing, swing. So, but she's a trip. She's fun.
We talk about Casey Bragg a lot, and rightfully so. What does it mean for her development going from when she ran a 6'2" as a freshman, and then she's been the leader of the show since her sophomore year? But whenever one of her teammates gets stuffed or they get one into the net, she almost always, it seems like, goes back to him within 3 serves and gives it right back to him. We had that. We saw that happen with Orlando. She does it. She does it with Orlando a lot. Like Orlando misses one, and it's almost like Orlando doesn't have to tell her, and we go, okay, the ball's going back to 3, and then that's when she turns. That's when Ari turns it loose.
Yeah,
there's no to worry about tipping on that.
She does, and I think she has grown so much within that. She's grown in her boldness. She's grown in her ability to assess a situation, know when she's, what her mistake might be, and analyze, do I need to get the ball a little bit higher? Or sometimes the players say, hey, you can get high, and she's like, no, it's right in your window. You go. And there's so much. When your setter's confident in you, and when your setter's speaking into you, and when your setter's trusting you, my goodness gracious, the possibilities are endless. And she's had to work at that. She's setting 3 transfers. 3 out of her 5 hitters right now are transfers. So she's had to figure out their niches and, what works and what doesn't. And Grace jumps a little bit higher than Jalen. So she's not, she's thinking about so much. I don't even understand how she can keep it all separate. But my goodness gracious, we would not be the team we are without Casey Bragg.
And then your back row, phenomenal again. Parrott, 2 aces, 6 digs. Flegel, 8 digs, and then Ware an ace and 6 digs as well. They're not flashy sometimes when they turn it loose for an ace, they do get a little flashy, but those 3 young women, I think, have been kind of your unsung heroes, because unless you watch the match, unless they do get a pancake dig or they dive, which they do, but you're not going to read the box score and go, oh wow, those 3 really were like keys night, but they really are night in and night out.
You start adding up all those points, and even just the digs in between where we're making plays go, and like tonight with some of those digs where a little bit different type of play that's coming over the net, and they're what I'm so proud of is that they're really disciplined in their play, and we have a sense of control and a sense of confidence, and we're not looking at each other or whose ball is that. There's a flow that's really taking place, and I will say this, and I speak this into our team, we have DSs on the bench who are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right? Like Chloe Holtz, I pull her in and she passes nails.
Yeah, it's always a break glass situation. We need to get Holtz in there, and then we all know where the ball's going, right? And she's like,
and there is not an ounce of fear in my mind. Right. I know she's going to pass nails, and there's just our defensive ability and how these girls work is just really, really fun to coach.
And their serve receive, I'm glad you mentioned that too. That was the other one. Cruz has got a cannon for a right arm.
She does.
And then Carly Stander's like, we're good. But it's doesn't even move. And I'm like, that I was scared. I'm sitting, 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Well, tonight was fun. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
And then we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Sounds perfect.
That's head coach Aaron Luther. We're back to wrap it up next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Hello, team. Back inside a now almost vacant Odell Arena. This place was packed to the gills this evening, our biggest crowd of the season, to watch the 12th-ranked Taylor Trojans defeat Huntington in 3 tonight. 25-13, 25-11, and then set 3 was a nail-biter, 25-22. Cerniak led the way for Taylor with 10 kills, hit .474 on 1 error and 19 attacks, also chipped in 3 blocks. 9 kills for Fry, 13 digs, 2 aces, 4 blocks. Pretty good. 6 kills for Faulkner, 6 for Aramia, 5 for Bragg, 2 for Dunsmore. Bragg dished out 31 dimes, 2 assists for Flegel, 7 digs for KB as well, 6 for Parrott, 4 for Holtz, 8 for Flegel, 6 for Ware, and 4 blocks tonight for Grace Aramia as well. The Trojans with the win moved to 23-5 on the season, 12-2 in Crossroads League play. They now stay at least a match up on their opponent tomorrow, 17th-ranked Indiana Wesleyan, who came into the night tied for second with Marion, 1 match behind the Trojans. Taylor also is now 2 matches up on 4th place Bethel. So Taylor, with a week and a day to go in the regular season, have an opportunity to wrap up a top 4 seed, which does come with hosting a first-round match in the Crossroads League tournament that is set to begin on November 5th. That is 2 weeks from tomorrow. Special thanks to Sam on the camera, Alexander on the computer, and all you folks for tuning in here tonight. This is not our final homecoming broadcast of the weekend. We've got football tomorrow at 1, and we also have soccer tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Our final tonight from inside Odell Arena. Taylor snaps the 5-match winning streak of Huntington and the 12th-ranked Trojans, sweep the Foresters 3-0 and move to 23-5 on the year, and they stay a match up in the Crossroads League standings, 12-2. The Trojans league records. They take on Indiana Wesleyan tomorrow across the county at Lucky Arena. We're back here Wednesday night for volleyball when they take on St. Francis in the regular season finale. But as we mentioned, tomorrow we've got football at 1 against Madonna, and we have soccer tomorrow, men's soccer tomorrow against Grace. That is a special 6 o'clock kickoff time because of the homecoming concert going on tomorrow night. Before we talk to you tomorrow or next Wednesday, we hope to talk to you tomorrow once, twice. We hope you have all day. If not, we understand. We'll talk to you tomorrow for football and soccer. We'll talk to you next Wednesday for some volleyball action. And oh, by the way, the calendar doesn't look like it, but basketball season starts next week. The women start Thursday on the road at Madonna. The men are here next Saturday to open up their season. So we have a busy week this weekend. We got a busy week next week. And we'll talk to you all tomorrow for a homecoming Saturday. But Taylor Volleyball starts it off with a sweep tonight of Huntington, 3-0. And they pick up their 23rd win of the season. This has been a presentation of Taylor Volleyball on the Trojan Sports Network. Until we talk to you again, we say goodnight from Upland, Indiana.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network. Proceeding has been a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.